So I moved to Blackfoot High School my senior year in '95, and I graduated Blackfoot in '96. Started Idaho State University right after I graduated. Joined the military in 1997, and then finished my college from 2001 to 2005.
Did you always want to join the military?
No, not at all. My dad was active duty, and I actually didn't want to do anything with the military, but I realized going to college how expensive it was, and the National Guard provides great benefits, and so I took advantage of that. So
Have you been overseas?
I have, after my flight training from 2005 to 2006, upon returning from Fort Rucker, Alabama, I was deployed to Kuwait, and our theater of operations included all of Kuwait and then parts of southern Iraq. So a couple of the missions that I thoroughly remember was one is I supported President Bush coming over to Kuwait. I was able to fly in support of that mission, and also meet the First Lady, Laura Bush, stay at the embassy. That was the first one. Another one, we did a lot of very important missions and transporting very important people to include Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. So that was an exciting time for us over there to meet the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. So, I was very impressed with the First Lady, Laura Bush. Very articulate, very well-spoken. She did an excellent job, and where she spoke was at the embassy when we were staying there, so very impressed with her. So flight training at Fort Rucker was almost 13 months, and then when I switched from the Blackhawk to the Apache, there was about 5 months of training there. Yeah, the biggest difference is the mission. The Blackhawk's mission is a very wide range of, either fighting fires, hoist, or transporting troops around, where the Apache's mission is more focused on, find the enemy, destroy the enemy, recon, surveillance, things like that. So the Apache AH-64 Delta model has, the main things obviously are the 30 Mike chain gun on the front, the rocket pods, and also the capability of Hellfire missiles. Has 2 engines. The difference between the Blackhawk and the Apache's the pilots actually sit. The front you have the gunner, and then the back you have the pilot. Where the Blackhawk, they sit side by side. If you look at the front of the aircraft, you have the MTADS, which is the Target Acquisition Designation System, and also the Pilot Night Vision System on top of that. That is mainly used to find the target and then put the whatever weapon system you choose to impact that target, whether it be a tank or if it's personnel or troops in the open or a soft vehicle. So then, as you have the 30 Mike, the rocket pods, the missiles, and then you have the 2 engines and also the auxiliary power unit, which you can't see from the outside. So.
What's your favorite part about it?
About the Apache? Definitely the 30 Mike. Anytime you get to go out and shoot that, it's a total adrenaline rush. So,
What was it like the very first time you ever flew?
the first time I flew, or the first time I shot?
Ooh, both.
The first time I shot literally scared me. I was not expecting that. The first time I flew the Apache, it's like driving a sports car. Very, very exciting, very high adrenaline. So. The Blackhawk is a multi-purpose aircraft. Typically is used for troop transportation and also their whatever their loadout may be. But you can also use it for hoist missions, hoisting supplies or military equipment. And then also you have the hoist capability on the side, where if you needed to hoist up a person that was like in a position where they couldn't get themselves out of, like actual search and rescue. And then also we have the fire bucket capability, which can fight fires here in the state of Idaho. So it's a very multi-purpose use aircraft.
And I know you don't fly this aircraft anymore, but when you used to, how often would you fly it?
So I used to fly this a lot more than I do the Apache. My requirements every 6 months were a lot more of this, just based off my position. So typically I'd fly usually 2 to 3 times a week. So.